everyone. Hope you all are fine. So today I am here with you to explain some concept of science. So let's see. What is it? Oh my god. Variables. Seems like this topic is haunting you, is it? So you don't have to worry because Miss Sapna is at rescue. Let's do variables in science with Sapna today. So what exactly are these variables? What are these variables? They say that variables are characteristics or conditions that exist in different amounts or types and can be changed in an experiment. Alright, now let me explain you variables in a simple way. I will explain you by giving an example of an experiment. So let's say I want to check whether water affects the plant growth. This is my experiment, whether water affects the plant growth. Now for this I will take two plants, same size of plants with same amount of soil, and the plant size is also the same. Plant size is also the same. Both the plants will get equal amount of sunlight as well. So what are the things that we have taken same is the plants of same size, same species, means same type of plant, and even the sunlight is same. So all these conditions are same in both the experiments. This is number 1, this is number 2. Let's label them 1 and 2. Now in plant number 1, I will water daily. And in plant number 2, I will water twice a week. So I am conducting these two experiments to check if water affects the plant growth. So what exactly I am trying to find out? This thing, right? Whether water affects the plant growth. So in any experiment, something that we are trying to measure or we are trying to find out is the dependent variable. Okay? Is the dependent variable. Now, you see in these two experiments, some of the things are exactly same in both the setups. So plants is of same size, same species, and sunlight is also equally given to both the plants. All the things that are same in an experiment, are kept same in an experiment, are called control variables. Then you saw that something we changed in both the experiment. What was that? Correct. Water. Water was changed in both the experiment. So some things, some factors that are changed in the experimental setup is called independent variable. What is it called? Independent variable. Now, let me just recall it for you. Variables are of 3 types. Control variable, independent variable, and dependent variable. So what is control variable? Control variable that remains same or controlled conditions throughout the experiment. What is independent variable? the factor or the variable that changes in the experiment. What is dependent variable? Dependent variable is what we are trying to measure. So, or we can say the aim of the experiment. So what we are trying to measure or find out. Okay, so now these three variables must be clear to you all. Now there is something called as FAIR test, which should be known to you during an experiment. What exactly is this FAIR test? Let me explain you. So what do you mean by FAIR test? You must be knowing what is the meaning of fair, because all the time you keep crying, no miss, this is unfair, right? So if something is unfair, that means you must be knowing what is fair. So what is fair? Fair means right or correct, a situation that is right or correct. So an experiment to be fair, considered as a fair experiment or a fair test, there are two conditions which must be taken care of. Number one, we should always repeat the experiment at least 3 times so that we get accurate and precise results. And at least 2 readings should be nearby, close to each other or same. Then it's called a fair test. Number 2, in an experiment there can be only one independent variable. Now for example, in the experiment that we did to check the growth of plants, in the absence of water or with the presence of water, if I keep one more independent variable, for example sunlight, if I keep one plant in the dark and one plant in the light, and water one plant and do not water other plant, so will it be a fair test? No. Why? Because there will be effect of sunlight also, presence of sunlight also on the plant's growth. But we are not checking that. We are only checking the effect of water on the plant's growth. So for example, if we are doing what we are measuring, what we are doing, the same thing has to be the independent variable. So one more thing that I can say here is a dependent variable is affected by independent variable. So each time when you try to measure something, it will be affected by the independent variable. So for that reason, for the test to be a fair test, there should be only one independent variable in a given experiment. Hope you understood the meaning of variables, the types of variables, and the meaning of fair test. Hello again. Welcome back. So now I'm sure you must be knowing what are variables, what are the 3 types of variables, and one more thing which will come up in the show. So the types of variables I told you were 3 types: dependent, independent, and control. But I'm very sure you're not scared of them anymore, right? And I'm sure you know the meaning of all 3 of them. So dependent variable was something that we tried to measure in an experiment. Independent variable was the one factor that we change in an experimental setup. And control variables are the factors that remain same throughout the experiment. What was a fair test that I explained to you? A fair test has 2 properties. It is done by conducting the experiment several times to make sure you get the same results in each trial. And for an experiment to be fair, only one variable is changed, while all the other variables are controlled or kept the same. I'm sure this is clear with you all. So then, what are we waiting for? It is the testing time. I am projecting for you 5 questions from this lesson, and I want you to answer me below any 3 of them and write in the comment box your correct answer. Do not worry that this is not an exam. This is just a test where you have to check your own knowledge. And one more thing, do not copy others' answers. You know why? Because you must keep trust on yourself and your learning, okay? And in case you get a wrong answer, I'm always there for you. You can always question me in the comment box, and I will try to reply you as soon as possible. Okay? So do not forget to like, share and subscribe Science with Sapna, and thank you for watching. Stay connected for more science concepts coming really soon. Goodbye for now.